The only thing I'm bummed out about MS is I wish my white blood cells would like attack the fat in my body instead of my brain, or even just along with my brain, you know, because there would be a little bit of a bonus. We get like super ripped. Doesn't work like that. Currently, I'm on my way to go see my new neurologist, Dr. Huddlestone. So I thought I'd take this time to tell you about how I found out I got MS in the first place. I had just started as the youth pastor at King Christian Center, actually. My son was just born. And I woke up one morning and the entire left side of my body was dead. Went to the urgent care and I found out a nice little trick. If ever you want to get to the front of the line, just tell them that you are experiencing left side numbness. Oh yeah, because then they think it's a heart-related issue and they just take you right in. They ran a whole bunch of tests, obviously, and came up with nothing. And they couldn't figure out what was going on, and the best thing they could do was send me to a neurologist. I actually thought, you know, maybe it's just a pinched nerve. I went to the chiropractor, and a pretty cool guy. He actually has, like, he'll do the pastors and their wives for free for, you know, neck cracking or whatever you call it. I don't know. Dr. E.B. And so I went to him and got some x-rays and that type of thing, and he was asking me about what's going on. He did a little bit of adjustment, and he sat me down and he said, you know, from everything you're describing, it sounds like it's gonna be MS. Yeah, that was my chiropractor who said that. I was like, okay, I didn't even know what MS was, never heard of it before. And it's not as fancy as like cancer or something, you know, you always hear about that, but MS not so much. Obviously getting my neck cracked did absolutely zero for me. A few weeks later I was headed to the neurologist and something weird had happened. What was completely numb and dead feeling now felt like I was being stabbed by a whole bunch of pins. Sounds great, right? I go to the neurologist and he's a funny guy. I said this before, Dr. Ashish Trivedi. He sits me down and he says, okay, I'm going to tell you what might be wrong. And I'm like, all right. And I know my accent is horrible, but I loved him. Oh, I wish I could have kept him as my doctor. Thanks, Obama. Could be AIDS, it could be malignant tumor, it could be some type of hepatitis, and like on and on and on and on. He says, if you're lucky, it might be Parkinson's. And I'm like, great. If I'm lucky, it may be Parkinson's. And of course I've heard of that because, you know, Mr. Michael J. Fox made that popular doing his part. You get the spinal tap test back a little later and that kind of thing, and he says, you have MS. I come back in. It's okay. People, they live with MS all the time. You would be okay. And I was like, okay, great. Well, that day, no kidding, I go home and I'm watching the news, and there's this thing on the news talking about this 22-year-old guy, and they're having a memorial service for him, and he died from MS. And the kid was like 5 years younger than I was. And so I called the doctor. I'm like, hey, you told me that you don't die from MS. And he says, oh, you can. You definitely can. And I'm like, what's the deal here, yo? Basically, my body is eating itself. Yeah, I'm going in this morning and seeing where my progress is. And hopefully there's no progress. With MS, you want to stop. I miss Dr. Trivedi. His bedside manner was horrible, and he always asked me, why are you laughing, you know? And I'm like, well, I like to laugh. He'd take my blood pressure and have me do my weight and those kind of things, and he'd shake his head. He'd just shake his head. And he'd start going like, and then I'd say, what now? He says, I do not get it. So what don't you get, Dr. Trivedi? He says, your blood pressure is good. Your cholesterol is good. All these things are good. On paper, you look very healthy, but you're so fat. Like, wow. He says, I do not get it. You look healthy, but you're fat. Anyway, haven't really got to know Dr. Huddlestone quite that well yet. We'll see if he calls me fat or not. But regardless, I'm here. I'm about to go into my meeting with him, see what he has to say about my latest MRI.
Let her breasts fill you at all times with delight, and be intoxicated always in her love. Why are you recording this? Why should you be intoxicated, my son, with a forbidden woman, and embrace the bosom of an adulteress? For a man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord. Stop recording this.
I actually did not have any clue that's what you were about to read, but
And he is held
I wasn't
fast
even.
in the cords of his sin. Stop recording this. He dies for lack of discipline, and because of his great folly he led astray.
In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning, I lay my crest before you and wait expectedly.
Well, I have good news and I have bad news. So I guess I'll start off with the good news first. No new lesions at all, which means I have the same amount of scars in my brain, in my skull, that I did many years ago when all this first started. And not only that, I do not have any lesions still to this day in my neck. That's right, my spine is clear. So I say again, read my lips. No new scars. The level of banter isn't quite where I would like it to be. Hopefully we'll be able to work on that as our relationship progresses, as a doctor-patient type of thing there. We'll have to see. I'm gonna head back to the church and get to work.
She's like, why'd you move your feet?
Like, why do I move my feet?
I need my headrest back. We are watching Dutchies Daily. Go to Decker O'Farrell and watch Dutchies Daily. Little shout out to our friend there who gave us a shout out today. Sis, you got a strawberry? We just went to Grocery Outlet, one of my favorite places on earth. And now we're headed to Sam's. We never usually go anywhere on Thursday. Thursday is my home day, laundry day, school day all day, but at lunchtime today we had to run a few errands because Saturdays are full from the end of April through mid-June. So we've got to adjust our schedule a little bit, and that's what we're doing now. We're heading to Sam's to get Josh some water, and then we're going home to do more school. That's a good deal on deodorant. Boys need some. We're at our favorite family outing, Sam's Club. Are you having a good day today?
I don't know yet.
It just
still out.
The jury's still out. Okay.
Wait a minute, just a minute.
Not done yet. Man.
This is a whole Cinco
It's a
de Mayo
party day.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, indeedy.
Come to
And they're
Sam's
nice
and
and
have a Cinco de Mayo party.
There it is.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Today is a Sam's Club day of necessities. Like I said, we never come on Thursdays, but we had to make a lunch run because we won't be here Saturday. But necessity, toilet paper. Necessity, half and half for my coffee. Necessity, sharp cheddar cheese. Deodorant for the guys. Necessary. We always get muffins for Sunday school kids church or Sunday school kiddos. And oh yeah, there's my water, and there's my water snob husband's water. He has this. He says it's only because my water adds stuff, but yeah, is what it is. At least it's water and not Coke. Yes, Reagan. Thanks for mowing the lawn, buddy.
What's up?
Nice.
Go! Going hard like you. Come on, moms. Let's see be some kids. You want me to record that while you
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If I just hadn't worn my sandals.
Keep looking down. You're looking down. Target's not down there in your feet. It's up here.
It's hot in here. Sweet, refreshing. Feels so much better. Oh. And some of you are sitting there saying, you know what would make you feel a lot cooler? What? Shave your beard.
I told you I can't. That wasn't a yell.
I think there's an intruder in my house. I don't recognize that voice. What are you doing to my house?
You're too loud.
I am. They're out there doing schoolwork for now until Amanda's mom comes to pick her up, and then I think I'm gonna take my daughter out for some tacos. I might have tacos tonight. I don't know.
How are you feeling about your last night of wrestling, buddy, for the season?
What?
Yeah, baby. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
I have 5 kettle beans and tacos. 540.
Why is Reagan leaning on a water cooler? And haven't we seen that water cooler in previous Pjoshyb and family videos? The answer is yes, you have.
No, you didn't put it on the video.
Oh, it's in there. It's in there. And I'll tell you why. It has to do with blackmail, intrigue, theft,
Never happened.
and winter camp.
Well,
Stealing's bad.
they used it.
You know who I'm talking to. We're on our way for tacos. Yay! Yay! So my daughter asked me 2 very important life questions just a moment ago. What were the 2 questions that you asked me, Reagan?
What are Reddit and Tumblr?
Okay, she asked me, what is Reddit? And I said, well, that's where really smart people go on the internet. It's also where really not smart people go on the internet. And then she asked me, what is Tumblr? And I said, well, that's a really gross way to meet people, right? Mm-hmm. So there's your life lessons for the day, okay? Mm-hmm. Amen?
Okay.
Amen.
It says he himself will be with them and be their God.
One of the major perks of having a junior high son. Oh no. No, it's you, my friend.
It is not me.
It is you. I've never had a problem in my whole life. Oh, I just I love you. Thanks for helping Mama.